Alfred Hitchcock is one of my favourite directors of all time, and one of the main reasons he takes that spot is through his unique ability to build up tension, which he does in his own creative way. Take a look at this scene from Rope. This seems like a woman going back and forth between the kitchen, gathering plates and taking everything off the table. But people who have seen the beginning of the movie know that this is one of the movie's tensest scenes, all because of one piece of information given at the very beginning of the movie, that there is a dead body inside of the chest. Essentially, what Hitchcock has done here is shown us a ticking time bomb and sat our characters around said bomb, and they have no idea it's about to go off. You can shoot your character running away from a bad guy, and it can be pretty tense, but there's something very effective about having your character act naturally in an intense situation. They're building towards a shocking and horrifying fate, yet they're doing nothing to stop it. Forward 12 years and see something similar in Psycho. Norman Bates' grandmother has just committed a murder, and he's trying to clear out any evidence. Doesn't seem like very much of a tense scene, but as the audience know, and Norman Bates doesn't, that there is a great amount of stolen money hidden in the newspaper. Bates naturally hovers around the table, sorting everything out except the one thing that the audience cares about, the one thing that will set up the rest of the plot. The camera's focus changes as Norman Bates picks up the newspaper and throws it into the car with the rest of the evidence to destroy. This is a technique also used in the scene from Rope. The main focus of the shot is something natural in real life but significant in the world of the movie. Why does this work? Going back to the idea of a scene where a character is running away from a threat, the audience know that the character will do anything they can to get out of the situation. But in scenes like this, all the audience know is that the character is in no position to avoid the possibility of catastrophe. A more recent example from a different director is The Hateful Eight, directed by Quentin Tarantino. On surface level, Daisy Domergue is playing a guitar, as John Ruth drinks coffee and listens. But as the audience know, the coffee is poison, and John Ruth will soon die after drinking the coffee. And the death of John Ruth will endanger the life of every other person in the haberdashery. Another example, Silence of the Lambs. The setting is pitch black, and Clarice Starling has no idea of how close Buffalo Bill is. She should shoot him immediately, but she's acting as a normal FBI agent searching the area. The audience is screaming the classic "It's behind you," but she is in no position to defend herself, and it drives the audience insane. This is more than dramatic irony. This is dramatic irony where the characters are nearly completely oblivious to any threat. In other moments of dramatic irony, the characters are at some sort of mindset where they're prepared for something. They just don't know what something is. So what do we get out of this? Hitchcock, Tarantino and Dem have found a way to make the natural seem tense, the unclimactic to seem climactic. So think of a creative and notable way to spark emotion in your audience. If you want your audience to feel scared, don't just show them something scary and have a character scream. Give the audience a piece of information and toy with it at the expense of your character, or give the audience a secret and put your characters in a position where they'll never find out. Have fun with it and be creative. Find your own ways to convey emotion on the screen, because a little bit of creativity can go a long way.